Good evening, everyone. I'm Lisa. Welcome to Craftin' and Cruisin'. I'm here with my sidekick, Rodney.
Hello, everybody.
My husband. And I'm glad you guys are here. I hope you've been enjoying crafts today on Craft Around the Clock. I saw a little while ago that Circle Heart Creations had gotten on here and done a really cute craft. And I'm kind of in the out of the Christmas situation right now and kind of looking forward to the fall situation. So tonight I'm hoping to do a fun fall craft. I've actually started it because it's something that's going to be very difficult even for me to complete in 45 minutes here. So I'm going to do my best, but if I can't get it done, then I will post a picture either way. So when you hop on, say hi, let us know where you're watching from. And if you watch the replay, please hashtag replay. I want to thank Tracy Campbell for giving me the opportunity to be on Craft Around the Clock. It's always fun to meet new people and to see some friends that I've been making all along the way. And so I'm going to get Rodney to keep an eye on my time till 9:45. That's my cutoff time. So anyway, let me show you what we've got going, and then we'll get started. This was a boot that I bought at a consignment store. It didn't look anything like this. Ronnie, can you hand me that other one? And I found another one at hey Denise, at a whole different consignment store the other day. Just like it. Now you see how cruddy this one looks? Well, let me tell you what happened. So I wanted to paint the whole thing white so that I could go back now, thank you Denise, and do my little, whatever you call these diamond shapes. And so I had Rodney the other night while we were out of town put a coat of white on it. And I noticed he kept hitting it with the hairdryer and it wasn't working. And then he would add some more and hitting it with the hairdryer. And finally he said, for some reason, hey Joyce, when I touch this paint, it keeps coming off. Thank you, Brenda. And all of a sudden, y'all, it hit me. And I said, Rodney, look at that chalk paint. Does it say wax? And he said, yes, it does. Oh my gosh. So that's why it wasn't staying on there. So he went and bought some stuff to strip this one down, because he had done this one too. Strip it down. And I am Sherry. And I mean, he had steel wool. He had a what kind of brush was that? Brass brush. And he was in the shower trying to scrape it all off for me. So he finally got it all off. And then we got a coat of regular white chalk paint on it. So what I did was I have gone in and I have drawn off with Rodney's help. And let me tell you, it was not an easy feat.
Get real close so I can see
even for him, because of the angles in the shoe. So, plus the wrinkles. So, he went and marked it all off for me. And then I decided I wanted to use two different colors besides white. So, I'm using Folk Art Eggplant, which says matte on it. And I'm using Deco Art Americana Poetic Plum, just kind of a burgundy. So, I have hand painted these in here so far. I wanted you to at least see what half the boot was going to be like in case we don't get it finished. Then I'm decoupaging a paper around here. I've already torn some of it off. This is a paper I got from Digital Deco Designs. You all have got to go to her site if you've never been on there. So I've already torn like one skull off right here. Y'all, when I turn my camera, it messes with my head. So I've already done all this in gold. I did the heel and the trim in gold. I did the buttons in gold. I need to finish decoupaging this. Then I painted the main part of the boot black. And while the paint was still wet, I sprinkled this black, very fine glass on here. Rodney, will you tell them a little bit about the glass? Because I don't know exactly where it came from.
It's it's recycled glass. There's a company that buys or gets all kinds of thrown away glass, different colors, and they grind it up and make different things out of it. Some of it's used for mixing with paint for reflective road signs and the marks down the middle of highways.
So we're thinking about considering selling some ourselves, so we're trying it out. So I'm going to get right started. I may not get all the pattern done, but I'm going to try. Rodney, can you tilt me down just a little bit? And welcome to all you guys coming in. I hope if you're not following Crafting and Cruising, that's good. You will. We would love to have you follow us. We have a good time on here. Sometimes Rodney crafts, and most of the time I craft. So let me just start with the purple, and you can see that he has marked R for red and P for purple. This brush that I'm using, I actually got on sale recently at Hobby Lobby. It's a Master's Touch. Where did I put my paper? It's a Master's Touch Angular Shader number 4. And it's really helpful, I think, for going down these lines, especially since many of these lines are going over like humps and wrinkles in the boot. So that is no easy feat right there. It did take 2 coats to get a good coverage. I wanted this purple to be pretty dark, and it did take a good coat, a good 2 coats. Now, when I get through, before we hang up tonight with you guys, I'm at least going, I've got some flowers that I'm going to have sticking out the top, some fallish flowers. So I'm really starting to think now about fall. I don't love Halloween. I do love fall, but I don't love Halloween. So I don't do a whole lot with Halloween, but I do with, I try to decorate a lot with fall. Last year I did a lot of pumpkins, and I plan to do some more this year. And I like fall colors. So I especially like it because the weather starts cooling off, and it makes me know that Christmas is coming soon, and that's my favorite.
Lots of folks sending stars.
Thank you so much for those stars,
Herbert
you guys.
and Barbara. And let's see who's here that you haven't seen yet.
Okay,
Sue
so
is here.
I did 1 purple. And what I did earlier today was I went on and did like several purples in a row before I rinsed this brush and went into the more of the red, magenta, not magenta, whatever I said it was. What do I call it?
Well, there's a plum.
Poetic plum. Yeah, it's plum. But I think this is not going to be very fun just watching me sit here and paint these diamonds. So probably after I do this one, what I'm going to do is go on and decoupage the other piece of paint, of the rest of the bottom of the boot area, and then I'm going to use the black paint and show you how I put the glass on there.
Brenda, I think it's Pescia, P-E-S-C-I-A, said she loves fall, and she's not big on Halloween either.
Yeah, I think there's a whole lot of people that, I mean, when our children were young, you know, we took them trick-or-treating. We let them dress up. My children went to a private Christian school, so they were not allowed to celebrate at school Halloween. They would have like a fall fest, and they could dress up in costume, but it had to be, you know, just a fun kind of costume, like a princess or something like that. And we took them trick-or-treating. My mother, you know, always took us trick-or-treating, and I didn't really see what the big deal was. The school, you know, sent home literature every year talking about how, you know, it can be kind of a holiday that we shouldn't necessarily celebrate, but it didn't bother me that much. Now, to put my decoupage on, I'm using Deb's Design Diary DIY Liquid Patina. I love this for rice paper, and I love it for napkins. because it's thin. So this is what I usually use for decoupaging. If I don't have anything else, I will use Mod Podge, but I have to make sure that I thin it down, otherwise it will stick too much. Now, I'm going to tear this paper. Usually I wet it. This is actually tearing pretty well without me having to wet it first. So I'm just going to tear out a section here that has a skull on it. And I'm going to see where I can maybe fit it in to my design. And as I said, this came from Digital Deco Designs. She has some fabulous designs. She's a great artist and creator. So you really need to go on her page and follow her. So let me turn it so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing here. And I think I've got too much at the top. So let me kind of tear it off a little bit. Hope the weather's been good where y'all are. I'm in Tennessee, and they're calling for some bad storms to move in pretty soon, at least by tomorrow, I think. And I think East Tennessee got pounded last night. So this weather is crazy. I have never liked August in Tennessee, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so I'm going to turn that one a little bit on a slant because it fits right around here very well. So it doesn't bother me that the face is not sticking straight up. You know, this is just for fun. This part's for fun. So I'm going to decoupage this piece on. I don't want to get it over there in my paint. And usually once I put a piece of decoupage paper down, or rice paper down, I will go back and put another coat on top of it. Let me get my little X-Acto knife out so I can kind of trim that up just a little bit.
Herbert says they're expecting 3 days of storms.
Who did?
Herbert Nixon.
Well, he's here. He's in Nashville.
And in Plattsburgh today, they had heavy rains too.
Really?
Look at the world's weather forecast here.
Yeah, there's just some weird weather going on, you guys. That's why I'm ready for fall to get here. I'm ready for all these showers and storms that pop up around everywhere and leave a lot of destruction in their path. I'm ready for them just to go on down the highway. Okay, now I need to put a piece back here. And you see how I just took that X-Acto knife and cut out around where I was trying to get a shape. This is going to fit perfectly right here, so I'm going to tear that little piece off. That's what I love about decoupage. Is it seems like you can just always find a little extra something to fit right where you need it and not end up wasting paper. That fit right down over the eyes perfectly. Love it. So we've been crafting some with our grandchildren. 2 of our grandchildren live in Kentucky, and they have been visiting with us pretty much for the past 2 weeks. They've been down here. Their mom and dad are both working, but they haven't started school in Kentucky yet, so they've been staying with us, and we've been doing some fun things. Tomorrow we're going to go visit some of Rodney's family down by the farm, at the farm, and see their great-grandmother down there, so that's going to be fun. But one of them is really into crafting, you guys, and she loves cardboard boxes. And if she sees somebody throwing a cardboard box away, she just doesn't like it at all. She'll say, "Don't throw that away. I can use that in crafting." And she's gotten really good at building things out of the boxes. She built a little kitchen set the other night, a little pizza kitchen set, and she took a piece of the cardboard and cut it out round like a pizza crust, and then she took some some yellowish color paper and cut out things that looked like cheese, and then she got some other color paper and cut out little circles to look like pepperoni. She has been having so much fun. And today her big sister decided she wanted to paint some, so she painted a couple things. And it just absolutely warms my soul to see my grandchildren doing stuff like that. Okay.
You hold it from the camera good so the new people can see what you're doing, because there you go, getting a lot better shot.
Turn it around. This is the side I've been working on tonight. Okay. So I hope, I'm sure, since you're on here, you probably are following Craft Around the Clock. But if you're not following Craft Around the Clock, and remember it's round, not around, you need to. Because that's when you can just, anytime you want to just kind of relax. That's what I do for relaxation, y'all. I watch crafters. I love it. I learned so much watching other people, and replays, even if you can't watch them live, replays are very acceptable by Facebook. And it helps people's pages, even if you watch on replay. But to me, it's just so relaxing to lay down in my bed and turn a crafter on, a video that somebody's done during that day, and see what they've done. And Craft Around the Clock gives us the perfect platform to be able to basically 24/7 see crafters doing their thing. This little piece is not wanting to tear off like I want it to.
Joyce says today was the first day for the girls as seniors.
Oh yeah, growing up, Joyce. They're growing up. Whether you want them to or not, they just keep growing.
Nana's Homemade Treasures is on.
Hey,
Says
girl.
hello.
How are you, sister? Okay. That little piece, we're just moving on around. Then we're going to do this black part of the boot, and then we are going to put some flowers in the toe. I'm afraid that may be all I'll have time for. It's really challenging me, girls, to do something in 45 minutes.
Joyce says you keep breaking up, and I did just see a little bit of an interruption there.
Well, I'm sorry.
How much we can do on this end?
I wish it wouldn't happen. Okay, y'all, I'm just filling in some blank places. I know you can't see them all, but I'm just trying to get this part finished up pretty well so we can move on to the next step. Let me do a little part on the very front.
Mama says she loves the vintage boot.
I do too, and I found another one. I don't think you were on here early to hear me say I found another one just like it at a different consignment store, like just this past week or two. I've had this one for probably a month or 6 weeks. And when I found the other one, I thought, well, you know, maybe I'll keep one for myself and sell one when I have an auction. And but you can go back and listen to the replay to know the nightmare that it was to try to get the white paint on this boot. You know what I did? I came in yesterday and I saw that that wax, and I told Ronnie, I said, I'm throwing this bottle of wax. It's by Waverly, but I said, I don't know what I would use it for, and I'm going to throw it away because I don't want either one of us to ever have to go through that again, trying to get wax off of something. Okay, so you can see there's some skeleton faces all around. Now,
looks like they're hiding in the bushes.
They are. That's why I think that's why I like it, because they're not so prominent. Okay, now what I'm going to do is maybe use a different brush for my black paint. I'm just going to use Deco Art Americana. Oh, I thought you were going to drop it. Ebony Black. Okay, and while this is... Could you get me a paper plate, please?
Sure. While
this is wet, I'm going to put this black crushed glass on here. And I want to salvage what I don't use, so that's why I asked him for a paper plate. Let me get a different brush out here. And, thank you, sir. Okay, so you all can see me right here, I think. So, this is what I did. I better put my glasses back on. Okay, So I'm going to come right around here where I stopped before. And I like this stuff so much better than glitter. Y'all, I was using glitter not long ago. I'm still picking it up in my house. I hate it. I love the sparkle, but I hate the glitter. It sticks to everything, and it's almost impossible to totally get it out of even my hardwood floors. It goes down in between the pieces of hardwood. It is the biggest mess. Then the grandchildren wanted to use, or one of the grandchildren wanted to use some.
Hello, Tracy Campbell. Thanks for the stars.
Hey, Tracy. Craft around the clock, my friend. Okay. Let me stop while this is wet. Touch that back up so it'll still be good and wet. Now I'm going to take this black crushed glass, and I'm just going to put a good helping on there. Tilt it up, tap it off, and now we've got some more done. And it's got that pretty sparkle on it. I love it. Okie doke. Let's do some more. This part goes fast. Now, when I get ready to put the flowers in, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I am not a flower arranger. I know nothing about arranging flowers. I remember my mom used to, she didn't do it for a profession or anything, but she had lots of flowers in our yard, and she loved bringing fresh flowers in the house. And so I remember when she was making arrangements, she would say, you need height and you need width. And she would somehow cut just the right length of stems and get them in there looking so beautiful. And I have never, ever had a green thumb, ever. I don't like working in the yard. I love beautiful flowers. If somebody would just come do it for me, I would love it.
Yeah, Robert said that's much better than glitter.
Whew. Anything's better than glitter, I think. Okay, here we go with some more crushed glass. That's why I'm doing it just a little bit at a time, because instead of painting it all black and then having to go back and add like Mod Podge on here, I'm just doing it this way, and then I don't have to worry about having that extra step. And then I'll just take a dry brush and, oh, you know what it's doing? It's sticking to my
oh, your decoupage is still wet.
Decoupage.
Why don't you dry it? Get your little dryer.
I need, well, I want to get some of this off first. Let me get a dry brush first and get some of this off.
Missy Boehm said, prettiest tree I had was glittered. It went straight to the garbage. 3 years later, I'm still sweeping up glitter.
I'm telling you.
Hey, Shelly Stackland. Thanks for watching.
Hey, Shelly. You can't get rid of that stuff. It hangs around and won't go anywhere. It seems like it sticks to everything. Now, when I get this all finished, I will go back and put a clear coat on it, just to seal it. And I probably use the combination Duraclear and Triple Thick.
Sherry Walton said she ordered a bunch of silk flowers from Temu after spending a fortune at HL. So much cheaper, but I don't know the quality.
Well, I've gotten a couple packages from Temu. I've got another one on the way. And I think for the most part, it's okay stuff. It's not going to be top quality. You know you're not going to pay prices like that and get top quality stuff. For us crafters, I think most of the stuff that we would probably get from there, it's probably good. I don't know about the flowers either. And some of the flowers, in fact, I think all of these flowers that I have right here tonight I got from Dollar Tree. It's my opinion that Dollar Tree has picked up their game in a lot of ways. So I just painted that black right up into that white, so I'll have to paint over that with white. I think Dollar Tree has really upped their game. Just my opinion.
Nana says she thinks like any store, some things are good, some things are not so good.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be. Yeah. Yeah, I got black, even white crushed glass all over my desk.
Hey, Donna Harrison.
Hey, Donna. Okay, I think I got most.
Carol says most flowers from Timu are very pretty.
Oh, cool. Okay. That's good to know. I don't think I ordered any flowers on this order. I did order some transfers and some iron-ons that I think are going to be fun to put on t-shirts and then, you know, zhuzh them up. I think that's going to be fun. Okay, so here we go. It could use a little bit more, but right now let's just stay focused on this part because I want to get the flowers in there and show y'all.
Are you going to dry it? What
the flowers look like. And I'm going to give this to you so you can pour this back in here for me, please.
And also the ground, this glass is not as sharp as the
right. It's not as sharp
as the diamond dust.
That's true. It's not,
so
which is very advantageous, especially if you spill it.
Probably not quite as glittery or as sparkly, but it's not sharp and jagged.
I think it's pretty good sparkle wise. We have it in several different colors, and we have it like in some clear and almost some opalescent.
Even have some mirror, where it's got mirror on half on one side of the things. So they're ground up mirrors.
Okay, y'all. Now, remember I said I'm not a florist. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. But I can pretend. So I just cut part of this frog off. I still haven't ordered anything from Timu yet. What is wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you, Dana. There's a lot of people who aren't ordering from Timu. And I will say this much. I will not order. I did not download the app. When I order from the website itself. I do not order from the app.
Oops.
That's how I was advised. I know a lot of people order from the app. You know, you do you. I just don't. I think the app, they capture too much information.
You want me to trim that green thing down so it goes further down in there? Mm-mm. Or is it okay?
No, it's fine. Because we're not going to put just a ton.
We may get some advice from people on
yeah, if y'all have any good advice, feel free to speak right on it. Teach this girl something about, I'm trying to keep this in the camera. Teach me something about doing flowers because I don't know anything about it.
Shelly says she's gotten her 12th order last week.
Really, Shelly? Okay, tell me this, Shelly. Is there anything you've gotten that you did not think was good or you had to send back? Because I've heard that they're pretty good about taking stuff back and that if you don't get your order on time, you get a refund and all that sort of stuff.
Dana says she hasn't gotten around to it yet, but she has about 100 items in her basket.
Hey, Dana, I had like over $300 worth last time, and so I had to go in and really cut down. I knew if my husband saw that, he would have a fit.
It's the first I've heard about that.
And that's why you didn't have to hear about it, because I took them out.
Carol says she's ordered some tops, ordered 3 sizes up, and they were actually a little big. I have gotten plenty of comments on them.
Cool.
I hope they were good comments.
Okay, I think I need one more over here.
Hello, Chandra Pruitt from Acworth, Georgia.
Ooh, welcome. You're our neighbor.
Got a big shiny peach next to her.
There we go right there. Now let me see what else. I think I want to put some of these in here. But I don't know that I want all these leaves. I don't know, they may be kind of tall. Let's put your tall things toward the back. But I'm kind of getting some width too. Is that right, y'all? Am I doing it right? Somebody speak up, tell me.
You're about to get off camera there.
I know. I think, can you turn it a little bit? Yeah, that's good.
Getting some nice compliments there.
So that was our debacle about the boots. What else? There was something else we were going to tell Ronnie when we came on that happened recently. I can't remember. Something funny that happened.
I don't know. We've been
Got these little yellow ones that are cute.
Somebody send rain to Houston. We got plenty here, that's for sure. It's supposed to be dry in August.
Not necessarily. I mean, I don't think it's. I think we need more. I'm kind of glad we're getting more tomorrow.
That keeps it cooler. Cindy says witch's boot.
Yes. It's really more of a Victorian boot, y'all, but to me, it looked like a witch's boot. And I said, I really want to use this as a witch's boot.
Kind of like in Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. I wonder if that's going to be too much.
Dana says, this is so good. Shelly says, it's so pretty.
Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Dana. Y'all are so sweet.
North Dakota's also very dry.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now, is that too much right there?
It's hard to tell. Get it to where they can see it from the side. Looking straight down on it's kind of...
Well, I don't know what you want me to do.
There you go.
Is that purple one too much? Should I use maybe instead this in the front? Love that deep purple.
Brenda Precia. I've ordered 5 or maybe 6 times. Have not had any problems and loved everything.
Good.
That's a pretty good report.
It's kind of going to take over Amazon, I'm afraid.
Shelly says
I'm going to take this out and see.
It's not too much. She loves the purple flower.
Let's see if you like this one.
Joy says it is too much.
Y'all gonna have to get your comments together, girls. That one's too big. Okay. Oh, you know what? I could put a sunflower. Let me get an orange.
If you don't like it, you can just pull them out. Put
don't
something
I have
else
an orange sunflower? I saw orange sunflower somewhere. No, I have these orange things.
I don't see an orange sunflower.
Let's put one of these up there. I think this will be a better size.
You have yellow sunflowers. Is that an orange sunflower?
Yes. Yeah, it's got orange on it. I think we need sunflowers in here. It's going to be fall, don't we? Don't y'all? I think that looks better, don't you? Yeah, that looks better.
Some saying take the purple flower out. Some saying put it back in. Well, the good thing is
we can change them out any way we want
to.
to.
If one day you don't like it, you can switch them out.
Now, I like.
Donna says it's beautiful, Lisa.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you for those hearts, y'all. I appreciate you.
Now, if you had a big old pheasant feather to put in there, that would look good.
Yeah, it would. How's my time running?
You're doing good. 9:33.
Okay.
You get back to painting here in a little bit.
A few more minutes.
Herbert said that's better now.
Thank you, Herbert. I like these little pussy willows or whatever they are with this kind of...
Supposed to be like cattails, I think.
Yeah, cattails. Yeah, that's what
they're not. They're kind of pretend.
Yeah. Well, all these are pretend, but don't y'all think these are pretty good for Dollar Tree? I do. I have to have a sunflower in here somewhere. You can kind of be bending over.
You can just keep going taller and taller if you want to, I guess. You got to have some width and you got to have some height.
Y'all, you know it doesn't work if you don't have your mouth going every different direction too.
Joyce says it looks more like fall. I guess putting those brown things in there helped a little with that.
Well, that's what I'm going for, sister. Okay, there's a little sunflower right there. That's kind of cute. Y'all like that right there? It's kind of cute, huh?
Yeah.
And let's see if we can get another one on the other side. That one's kind of ugly. This one's just a yellow one. Maybe I should put a bright yellow one in horticulturist or whatever they're called saw this, they would probably go, oh, my Lanta, what happened to her? Somebody help the poor girl.
Not a florist.
Maybe. Actually, you know, I think I did not use any of these, but they're not, I want something really, oh, I have some leaves too. I really want something to stand up in the back, but let's take a few of these leaves and stick them in there.
Dana said she had a tall Bradford pear tree in her backyard, and this morning, guess what happened?
It came down.
It split apart and fell on her house.
Yeah, Bradford pears are very weak trees. They don't withstand a lot of wind or anything.
They do typically, they get so full, they do tend to break apart down toward the base where they've been grafted together.
Yeah.
They don't grow naturally, I don't think.
That may be backwards. Let's turn it around this way.
I noticed in our area a few years ago, they had a road that the whole median was lined with Bradford pears.
And they were so pretty when they bloomed.
And they went through and just took them all out because they were getting big enough they would be breaking and falling on the road. Decoupage by Roop says, hello everyone.
Hello, welcome.
I don't think I know the name that goes with that, unless it's Roop, R-O-O-P.
I don't know. But welcome. Glad you're here.
I mean, the hearts are flying everywhere.
Oh, thank y'all so much. That makes me feel so good. Maybe this is the one I was talking about putting in the back. Yeah, let's try this one. Okay, let me add this one more.
Shelly Stackland's face is popping up here with hearts and faces everywhere.
She's so sweet. She's my sister. I'm not sure about this little purple one over here. I think I might take that one out. Now I'm not liking the purple ones. These little cattails. All right, what do y'all think? Tell me what it needs. Does it need more flowers, less flowers, more leaves? I've got a bunch of them down here, y'all. And I've got a cool idea I'm gonna do with fall leaves too. Not real ones, but with ones from like the Dollar Tree. Oh, this one's coming through on the other side.
7 more minutes.
7 minutes. Okie dokie.
9:38.
Okay. I feel like I need something.
Herbert says it's perfect.
Right here. Maybe.
Hello, Teresa.
Is that Teresa with Jeremiah Dreams?
Teresa Crane.
Listen, that's what I'm so glad. If it's not the right Teresa, I'm glad Teresa came on here to remind me. Teresa with Jeremiah Dreams is really, really close to hitting a big goal, you guys. She just needs a few more followers. So if you all would go follow after my live, go to Jeremiah Dreams and give her a follow. I would so appreciate it, and I know she would appreciate it. It would help her a lot. Okay, so we got almost all the decoupage on. We didn't get all these painted. That's okay. And let me tell you something else I'm going to do. But I need to do it when I can lay it down. If you have ever used the liquid leaf, this is in the classic gold liquid leaf. I love this stuff, but I'm going to tell you a couple things about it. Rodney, tilt that back towards you a little bit so I can see better. It's very strong smell. So if you're very smell sensitive, which I am, thank you for those hearts. Be careful when you use it. But it's beautiful. That's how I got the gold on the toe and all around the heel. I actually did 2 coats. What I want to do is to take one of my smaller brushes and use the end of it, and I'll dip it in the gold. Let me just do one real quick. I'll show you what I'm going to do. Oh, it's called Liquid Leaf, and it's in the color Classic Gold. So let me turn around on this side. Now, it's very, very liquidy, okay? So when you dip it in the gold, dip it off, pat it off on something or put it off on something. And then I'm going to go between each of the two.
At every corner where diamonds intersect?
Where the diamonds intersect. Can y'all see that? It's little. I don't want it to be big. Here's what happens if you don't tap it off like that. It's going to start running. And then you will have a big mess on your hands. And you will be very sad that you didn't tap it off. So, I think this is kind of like the icing on the cake. When you get to the point that you can put these little dots in, it just completes the outfit, so to speak.
And it doesn't dry as quickly as regular
No, it doesn't.
Acrylic paint, because it's not acrylic, it's more of an
It's
oil-based.
an oil base. And that's another thing about this. You need to clean your brush with some kind of oil. Today I've been using spray Pam. Clean your brush with that. You can use olive oil, vegetable oil, peanut oil. It doesn't matter what kind of oil. But clean your brush with that first. And then you can clean all that out with soap and water, like Dawn dish detergent.
Another thing about this particular brand of paint, these little glass jars, once you've opened it and broken the seal and close it back up, especially if you're flying somewhere and changing pressure, it's going to leak out almost every time. So put it in a plastic bag, a Ziploc or something when you travel, because some of this red kind of something that's internally with the gold is red, and you get this red,
and it separates. The red separates from it. It's really crazy. Okay, let me hold this up so y'all can see. Can you see?
Yeah,
where I've got the little dots.
Looking pretty good.
See, that just zhuzhes it up a little bit. It's like, okay, it needs a little something more. I know what it is. It's gold dots.
It also helps that intersection where the two colors come together when you're painting it is really difficult to get the points to touch perfectly, and that kind of gives you a little cover up there.
That's true.
Shelly says it's gorgeous.
Thank you, Shelly.
Dana says great tips, guys.
Those are some artifacts.
Yeah.
If Rodney hadn't been here to do all these dots, to figure out this pattern for me, it wouldn't have happened.
Well, Lisa made it difficult when she wanted to have two colors of purple and whites, and we experimented with a few different things. Dana says it took it right over the top.
It did. It really does, I think. And it does kind of cover a multitude of sins where your diamonds aren't the exact same width or height. I think it does. It does help.
Well, thank you, Shelly. I try to help when I can.
He does. He does a good job. I could not do a lot of this stuff without him. So my crafting would be much different if Rodney weren't here to guide me, or if he weren't here for me to say, here, I need you to do this. That's exactly what I do a lot of the times. I go, okay, here's the idea I have. Now, I don't know how to execute it, but I really want to do it. So will you please execute it? So he's got that engineer mind and that science brain that, knows exactly what to do. So
who's coming up next?
I don't know that anybody is. So I appreciate so much you guys coming on tonight. I know it's kind of late. I was kind of enjoying trying out a later time. Thank you, Herbert, to see, how well it would be received. So thank you for coming on and supporting Rodney and I. If you're not following Crafting and Cruising, please do so. And I think I finally got my Telegram link put up there right. So if you would join my Telegram, that would be great, because then you'll know when I'm going live.
Where's your link?
My link is on the top of my page, pinned on the top of my page under Featured. I think it's the third one over. It's my Telegram. My link tree is up there, and then my Telegram. Remember, the paper came from Digital Deco Designs. I am going to put probably a piece of Totally Dazzled on here when I get through. And the rest is just stuff. Dollar Tree. So, I love you guys. Hope you have a great night. Take care if you're in the path of the storm. and I'll see you soon. Bye.